Okay, so today our first thing is to understand the employability skills part of your syllabus. Okay, so there are three aspects rather. One is the practical aspect of your syllabus, the other is the subject specific skills, and the third one is the employability skills. Okay, now employability skills was there in ninth as well as 10th, it's there in 11th as well as 12th. That portion is basically talking about communication, self management, your ICT skills, entrepreneurship skills, and green skills. Fine. So these are the 5 units which are same as that you had in 9th, 10th, and it is same as you'll have it in class 12th also. Overall, in both, it is of 10 marks, so 2 marks per unit. And of course, in the first term examination of 11th, we are going to only cover the self-management skills this year. And this will have a little more weightage because that's the only topic being covered out of this particular set. Okay. The purpose of this entire employability skills part is to just make the students aware of what all things are required or what all skills are required once you're landing up in the job market. So post these skill subjects which CBSE has offered, if you're opting for them, then how do you actually balance out the other skills also required with it and you land up in the job market directly? That's the basic idea. So we are moving with the first topic for this term, which is the second unit. Okay. And it is not the same as that you did in 9th, 10th. It has somewhat portions which are similar, but there are other additions also which needs to be done for 11th too and for 12th too. So they've tried to add on more topics to it, subtracting a few from the ones done in 9th and 10th, just to have a balance of things in the syllabus. Okay. Now, as we understand, like to be a picture perfect person, maybe in the industry, or as such also, there are certain self-management skills which is required. There are certain things which is required from within. You should have, as a human being, you should have these skills. What are those? You should be having an idea about yourself. Knowing self is very, very important. When you talk about knowing self, it also involves your grooming, your personal hygiene, your skills to work in a team. All this is included when you talk about yourself, other than just the interest and the abilities of yourself, right? So, all these aspects, your networking skills, how it should be done, what exactly is networking skills, how does it help you in the future, in the current, everywhere. Motivation is again an aspect which is very, very important. I see that in you too, of course. You're here to attend the class. So, motivation, which leads you to do something extra, more than what is being in demand. Setting up of goals and time management work hand in hand. You can achieve a goal only when you plan it up, only when you manage your time along with it. And you manage your time only to do things properly, step by step, and taking care of everything what needs to be achieved. That's part of your goal. So they go hand in hand. Right. So all these are aspects of a person, a human being, which we're just making you aware. You all are aware of it. You all know about it. Nothing like that. But just a kind of review, revision, giving it a thought. Now, when you talk about a person or yourself as a human, you have your own likes, you have your own dislikes, you have opinions about various aspects of life. You have your own beliefs, you have your own values, you have your own background. That is how a human is defined. ठीक है, हर इंसान में कुछ ना कुछ अलग होता है, कुछ ना कुछ peculiarity होती है. Every person is different. That is because of his background, that is because of his beliefs, that is because of his opinions, that is because of his values, whatever you want to say. If two friends are there, two people are sitting together, enjoying life. They love to be in each other's company. They would have something in common, but still they will have things which are unique in them. And that is how it should be, right? So when you talk about knowing yourself, it talks about all these things, being aware of all these things. And the most important is that you need to work on your weaknesses and you need to know your strengths so that you can utilize it the best, right? Somebody might be good at writing, somebody might be good at coding, somebody might be good at music, somebody might be good at dance. So these are my strengths, and every person has certain weaknesses also. And it is very important for you to identify those weaknesses yourself rather than others pointing out, or even if they point out, you should take that thing positively. Because any weakness, if you have, and everybody has it, you should work towards that. Nobody is perfect. So everybody has strengths, everybody has weaknesses. I need to work on my weaknesses so that that doesn't hinder my growth. That is the main thing. When you talk about interest and abilities, ability is something with which you have been gifted. You have the ability, you have naturally acquired. I mean, you have the natural capacity or you have acquired it. Either of the ways, right? Some kind of a ability, whether it is doing sums very fast, calculations very fast. Like बचपन से तुमने abacus का कोर्स किया या कुछ और किया. There are ways and means to learn those skills, and you have developed those skills so well that now it is your ability. Certain things are natural. If you talk about Shakuntala Devi, she had that natural ability of mathematics. She was born with it. If you talk about A.R. Rahman, maybe he's born with that, sense of music. So everybody is not able to acquire everything. It's not as good. It will not lead to as good output as somebody with a natural ability. सीख के आप एक लिमिट तक कर सकते हो, but not everything. Okay, but yes, if you learn those skills also, you are able to perform the concerned actions considerably well. Maybe not as good as A.R. Rahman, but if you have learned music, you have a passion for music, and you've invested your years in learning, in knowing the things, then of course you'll end up doing something good only. है ना? So interest might lead to learning those things and then acquiring that proficiency. Okay. But there are certain things in life we don't really take that interest to that level. We just keep it at an interest level only. I love to sing, I love to dance, so I keep it up to that level that okay, I do as much as I'm happy about. It makes me happy about it. बहुत ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए मुझे उसमें से कुछ भी. ठीक है, I would do certain things which I really love to do. Nobody's asking me to do it. That's an interest. ठीक है. You may with time feel that okay, I want to take it up as my future career also, and you work towards it, and you know burn the midnight lamp towards it, and you बहुत practice करते हो, बहुत कुछ करते हो, बहुत कुछ करने की कोशिश करते हो उसमें, and करते करते सीखते सीखते you achieve the level of proficiency required. But then that becomes your ability. Okay, interest is what you're doing just out of your sheer love initially. Okay. Now there are ways and means, and it should be a part of your daily uh, work, what you do on yourself. That is finding your strengths and weaknesses every now and then and working to make it even better. Strength है तो उसको और amplify करो, weakness है तो उस पे काम करो. ठीक है? Then only it will lead to something which is excellent. Sometimes you are not able to cover up your weaknesses 100%, but if you are going to give a conscious effort, of course it will lead you to something better only. है ना? Take the feedback of others positively. Don't vehemently say no, it's not correct. I don't behave like that, or I am not like that. If somebody is telling you something, ponder upon it, think about it. वो उसने कुछ बोला है, इज माई फ्रेंड और ही नोज मी, ही सीइंग मी एवरी डे, तो कुछ सोच के ही बोला होगा. वर्क ऑन दैट, इट विल हेल्प यू improvise. Coming to grooming, we all understand what we understand by, what we mean by the word grooming. Making yourself look neat, tidy, and clean, which will include your clothing, hair, face, overall body, how you present yourself in terms of keeping yourself well groomed, wearing clothes which are clean, which are pressed, which are suiting you, which are uh, suitable to the occasion. That is also very, very important. You don't land up wearing track pants in an official meeting. So, of course, clothes do are very, very important as per the occasion. So, you must know what to do when. Similarly, for hair, too, similarly for face, also, you have to keep yourself neat and clean. So, that's part of your grooming. We all are aware of it. Hygiene and grooming is different, something which maybe you are definitely knowing it, but still I would highlight that point that grooming is one level up, two levels up than hygiene. Personal hygiene जिसको बोला जाता है. You have to, first is your hygiene, of course. First level is your hygiene, and then you level up that thing, that you dress, you wear your accessories, you present yourself, your shoes, your footwear, everything is according to the occasion. You walk, you talk according to occasion. Everything is suitable as per the occasion or where you are. You are in the sports field, you are in the meeting, you are cooking, you are dancing, you are addressing a meeting or a gathering. You are a media person, so you have gone for an interview, you are taking an interview, whatever, depending upon the situation, your appearance or your way of dressing changes. So that is a different level or a second level. What is the first thing is that you have to have a basic hygiene routine, whether it is washing your hands, whether it is brushing your teeth, whether it is खाने से पहले हाथ धो लिया, washing your hair at proper times, bathing regularly, right? Using handkerchiefs in public places or otherwise, coughing with a covered mouth and all that. So all these come under your personal hygiene. That is the first basic thing. After that, we move on to grooming. Okay. So these two aspects are also very important when you tend to manage yourself good way, in better ways. We sometimes find even in our groups, in our friend circles, in our family circles, there are certain people who are very, very always suitable for the occasion. Hamesha. You'll always look forward to meeting them because they look good, they make you feel good, they make you feel that life is very good because of the way they dress, the way they talk, the way, so you kind of keep them as your role model. Okay, but if you find somebody who is not even maintaining a basic hygiene, हाथ पैर गंदे हैं, है ना, बाल ठीक से धोया नहीं है, बांधे नहीं properly, not neatly combed or whatever, is smelling from the mouth, body smelling, so you will never even like to go near that person. So personal hygiene is also very, very important for everybody to maintain. Okay, next is we move on to the way I behave in a group, the way I behave socially, which includes your teamwork and networking skills. Again, starting from your hygiene to your grooming to your knowing self, knowing your abilities, knowing when to go back, when to go ahead and take up a responsibility, so you are working on your strengths and weaknesses. Keeping aside all that, you must know how to behave in a team. That is very, very important. Understand your role there. Your target should be not your success, but the team's success. So you kind of keep yourself aside and take the team as a whole. You are part of it. अगर ऐसा कुछ करना पड़े, हम कहते हैं गलत भी करना पड़े, just to make your team prove right, go for it. अगर आपको uphold करने के लिए टीम को झूठ भी बोलना पड़े, so maybe you do it, right? So otherwise you're thrown out of the team. But keeping your conscience alive, of course, you should be part of the team. And in order to do that, you have to understand your role. You have to take up responsibility of your mistakes. You can also always say that you cannot always say, say that I don't know what to do. मैंने तो नहीं किया ऐसा, मेरी गलती नहीं है, उसने किया था, उसने बोला था, है ना? So kind of always keeping a backtrack that it's not nothing to do with me. Right. So this doesn't work successfully. You'll be thrown out after some time. You will feel that you are kept aside in a team. So it's very, very important to be part of the team and share the issues, do something so that the team performs better. Be respectful towards everybody. Of course, you expect that from others too. And be strict about that, of course. They people can't take you for granted. That is also a very important aspect. You also work hard, encourage others to work hard, cheer for your team's success, teammates' success. Okay? Then only they will consider you part of the team, then only you will be part of the team. And celebrate the success also. Learn from the failures of your team. Be responsible. See, if you talk about your cricket team, sometimes we lose the match, but there are two players who played very well. So once you are kind of, after the match, you are there and you are like, मैंने तो बहुत अच्छा खेला था, बाकी लोगों ने नहीं किया कुछ भी. So I am not responsible. Or, you kind of brush aside everything and leave your team aside and say that they are hopeless. So you cannot do that. Sometimes you are enjoying the win even by not playing well. So many times we have seen Virat Kohli has not played well. He is a captain and is picking up the champagne bottle and celebrating the team success. So that's fine. Once you are in a team, you have to take the success also, you have to take the failure also, and you have to take the responsibility of the failures too. You cannot brush aside the responsibility. Okay. So teamwork, being part of the team, is a skill to be learned with time. It's very, very important. And you don't work individually. You are running a entrepreneur. You are an entrepreneur. You run a business. You are working in an organization. You are working under somebody. You are being employed by somebody. You are working for someone. Everywhere it is very important for you to work in a team. You will not work individually. Of course, you'll have individual responsibilities, but you will always be a part of the team. And team building, team working is something which is a skill. Everybody is not able to do it so well, but you have to learn it and you should be consciously doing it. There are benefits, of course, when you work in a team. Uh, in a lot of ways, you feel that there is a support system when you have somebody to work with. You always have that, you feel that, yes, I have somebody to share. I have somebody. Like I can give an example now that Shaurya is here. For our backdrops for the play, we had Shaurya from beginning working on it, and we had Geeta ma'am, we had once joining us later. I was actually a backseat for quite a long time due to some personal reasons. But then I knew my team is working. I knew I'm part of the team. They will not throw me out if I kind of join when I'm able to do something. That's the support, that's the feeling of a teamwork. If somebody is missing from somewhere, you still have to trust that person that yes, that person is there with me, with my entire team. Right? So it is very, very important for you to make others feel like that and for you to behave like that also when the other person is missing. I did not feel at all left out when I joined after some days and they were working tirelessly for so many weeks where I did not contribute a little bit also. I was not part of their work at all. Okay, so that is how a team works. Maybe sometime I'm able to pay them back by helping them out. I'll have that feel that yes, I also have to do something when others are not able to do it for some reason. Okay, so that is why we have to see the benefits, and because there are benefits, I will work diligently in a team. I will do the way I'm supposed to do it in a team. Okay, when the team does well, it boosts up your confidence also. You also feel that yes, you can do it. For failures too, you learn, you support each other, and you work further on. Isn't it? So that is why benefits are there, and hence it is important. Always don't say, नहीं नहीं I तो will do individually only. मैं किसी के साथ काम नहीं कर सकता. That is not something which is appreciated in an organization. That is not something which is appreciated in the world. You should be able to work as part of a team. That's very, very important. And the second skill, which is very, very important nowadays, is networking skills. Social networking, we all understand, though I don't know how much it helps at times of distress. But yes, networks, if you have built them, they would definitely help you at some point in life. Right? So when you are building a team, when you are, not maybe closely working together with people, but when you are in touch and you connect with people, with the right people at the right time, you can share their expertise, their skills. We have learned a lot from Shaurya, the way she's worked. We always keep on telling her that this is something which we have to learn from you further. So because we networked with her, we are able to learn from her experiences, learn from her skills. Okay. And it's important that we have people around us. As we said just now, as I told you in the teamwork, while we were talking about teams also, I said that we cannot work individually. We cannot always work in isolation. So it's very important that we build up connections with people. People around you. I don't say that every time they are very helpful, every time they are very supportive, every time they would do the way you want them to behave. It doesn't happen always in life. But yes, you have a support system which is important. Sometimes for good, sometimes for bad, but yes, it is important for us. Okay. They will provide you with opportunities at times. You help them, they help you. And the skills are shared, the expertise is shared, everything is important for you to grow, for that other person also, for that other team also to grow. Nobody works in isolation actually. Now, they have given you a acronym here for all the important words which will come up when you talk about networking. That's called the connect. Important from exam point of view also. So we need to understand these words, these letters, what we are actually talking about in this particular model here. CONECT, it is not CONNECT. Okay. MCQ may be given to you for to confuse you in this regard, right? So connect model talks about how to build May. All these factors they are talking about. Converse, open up, network smartly, engage yourself, communicate regularly, and tell. They are not in the order of connect word, but the word C or the letter C is for converse. The letter O is for open up. The letter N is for network smartly. The letter E is for engaging or engagement, I may call that. C is for communicate regularly, and T is for tell. Telling is telling your problems to the other person. You don't always take it up that other person or the other fellow will understand automatically. ऐसा नहीं होता. You have to tell them that this is what it is. Okay. So these words are self-explanatory as such. Conversation is something which is very, very important to build up networking. अगर आप बात ही नहीं करोगे तो कैसे होगा, है ना? It's very important that you talk. Nowadays, communication is so very important. And if you can communicate well, if you can talk in a manner that the other person will turn around and see. If we see Michael sir on stage, we look around, we don't look around, we look at him. And we say, wow, the way he talks. है ना? So conversing, learning to converse well is an art. We have to learn it. Okay. Of course, being introvert is something which will never help you in building networking skills. You have to open up. You have to show that what are your skills. You have to show the urge that yes, you want to know, you want to connect with people. Then only people will connect with you. Nobody comes and jerks up introvert. They'll say, भैया उसको छोड़ दो, है ना? Smartness is required everywhere nowadays. If you are dumb or behaving in a arrogant, dumb manner, then nobody will be there with you. So you have to be smart enough to know to whom to network with. That is an intelligent thing. You don't go and network, or you don't go and connect with people who will pull you down, people who are of no use, people who will make you do things which are not required. You don't go and kind of connect with drug addicts until unless that's part of your profession, right? So you have to network smartly. You have to communicate with them regularly also. एक बार hi hello कर दिया and then you kind of forget them. I do that at times. So I know the kind of bashing I get later. So you have to communicate with them regularly. Maintain the connect. Right? Engage with them. Engage with activities. At times we feel so kind of drained out with our daily activities, with our daily things, that we do not want to get engaged into things with others. But it is important to maintain that connect. जाओ मिलो बात करो, tell them about yourself, ask them about them, their situations and things, and you will learn from that. Obviously it will help you be a better person. Okay, so you have to remember this word connect and the meaning of those letters. Conversation or conversing well, opening up, networking smartly, engaging yourself with them, communicating regularly. साल में एक बार बात करने से networks नहीं बनते. And you have to tell that this is what it is. I need your help. Okay, so connect model is to be done and remember. Self-motivation is something which you have done in 9th and 10th also, if you were there. But basically, this talks about, I think, the most important factor of your uh, self-management, self-discipline, whatever you want to call it, or most important aspect of yourself, other than hygiene. Hygiene, of course, I think is the most important thing. Self-motivation talks about the urge to for you to do something, and that is what will lead you to everything. If you are not motivated to do it, that is self motivation. लोगों के बोलने पे आप कुछ नहीं करोगे, कभी भी नहीं करोगे, until unless you feel that yes, I want to do it, I want to score well, I want to raise up my standards in life, I want to buy a Audi and you know, go around the world. So you have to be motivated yourself to achieve your goals, feel happy, improve your quality of life, everything. Okay. Now, motivation also talks about two categories, two types. One is the motivation which you are having towards something which you sure love to do. Like I said, singing, dancing, reading. Like Shaurya has a lot of interest in designing. I don't know about others. You also must be having something. Somebody might be having pure love and motivation for these stand-up comedies. That's how people are going into that field nowadays. ऐसा प्रोफेशन पहले तो नहीं होता था इतना. ठीक है, so the motivation which is coming from within, absolutely within, nobody is giving you any reward for it. जब आप काम शुरू कर रहे हो, जब आप वो चीज कर रहे हो, तो आपको नहीं पता कि anybody will appreciate also or not, anybody will even look at it or not, but you do it for your own self happiness, for your own love towards that. Okay, makes you happy, makes you healthy, makes you feel good, and you do it. That's internal motivation. And external motivation is something which you do for a target. I want to achieve that medal. I want to reach that Olympic level. I want to achieve that salary level. I want to achieve that recognition. Okay. So when you do it for some kind of a reward, award, recognition, that's called my external motivation. Okay. So motivation is of course required. That motivation could be for something which you love to do, or for something which you are wanting to achieve. ठीक है? So both the aspects of motivation are important. Self motivation are important, internal as well as external. Again, important from exam point of view also. ठीक है? So now whenever you do something, you should be able to categorize that, is it for just sheer because I feel happy about it, I play badminton because I just love it, or I am playing badminton in order to achieve a position in my zonals. I think I have differentiated it pretty well. Take a something which I do for, like if I say I love to cook, I cook. And if I just cook it because I love it, I love to eat, I'm a foodie, so I cook and I eat and I love to serve others also. That's internal motivation. External is when I'm doing it for some kind of a recognition. There are people coming over to my place. I'm planning to go for some competition and win there. So I'm practicing my skills in all aspects, both the ways, internal as well as external. But there are, if you look at people, you will be able to easily identify somebody who is self motivated, who has that level of motivation, or somebody who's not. So don't be in the second category. Okay, we're telling you all these things so that you become a better person. Right? So qualities which you should have in order to remain motivated throughout the life, even if Trump is putting so much of taxes on India, but we have to keep ourselves motivated. कि कुछ ना कुछ जरूर हो जाएगा, and the industry will boom again. So know what they want from life, very focused, know what's important. They should know where to invest their time, invest their energy, invest their thought process, which is very, very important in nowadays. Okay. And definitely the dedication and the amount of effort which you need to fulfill your dreams, that should be there. So basic qualities can be asked in the exam paper, and I believe that you can write it from yourself too. Nothing like that. If you see somebody and you feel motivated, if you see somebody and you feel that yes, I have to be something like him, then you will definitely find these qualities in that person. A person is very, very focused, target, पता है उसको जिंदगी में क्या करना है. ठीक है? He will not waste his time on unnecessary things. He will be having he will be having, I would say that he would always have that dedicated effort. Whatever he'll do well. चाहे वो क्लास में just लाइट्स फैंस ऑफ करता हो, बट वो भी वो सिंसियरली डेडिकेटेडली करेगा हर दिन, एवरी टाइम व्हेनेवर इट इज रिक्वायर्ड. राइट? सो these are the qualities which are of self motivated people. If you don't have self motivation and feel that you need to work on it, then how do you build it? Okay, these are the steps. Find out your strengths, identify your likes, dislikes, your weaknesses where you should work on, your fears. It's very important that you work on your fears. Otherwise 10 चीजें आप पहले ही छोड़ देंगे बिकॉज आपको डर लगता है. आई एम क्लॉस्ट्रोफोबिक and there are certain things in life which I just say I can't do it. I've got motion sickness. I'm talking about myself. That's a major weakness. I cannot read, I cannot do anything while I'm moving. Okay, I cannot even read a message on mobile. It is very difficult for me. I've tried doing it a little nowadays, but I start feeling dizzy very easily. So these are my weaknesses. And because of these weaknesses, there are certain aspects of life, there are certain things of life, there are certain enjoyments of life, there are certain things which I kind of completely cancel out. मेरे बस का नहीं है. But that should not be the case. You work on your strengths, of course, but you also try to work on your weaknesses. Okay? Focus set your goals and focus on them. There should be a target you want to achieve. बिना goal के you become a lifeless object. हर दिन मस्ती कर रहे हैं, हर दिन ये कर रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं पता क्या करना है. That should not be the case. And I think you people are pretty motivated that you are here giving your time to a extra subject. So you are. Develop a plan to achieve your goal. It is again very important that you divide your time well. Time management is also a part of this. Setting up timelines to achieve your goals. And then stick to it. थोड़ा बहुत diversion is okay. आज पिक्चर देखने चले गए, फ्रेंड आया था, just wanted to enjoy. So आज का टारगेट मुझे कल डबल एफर्ट टाइम डाल के I have to finish it up. Won't keep on keeping it pending. To do that, you'll never be able to achieve your goals. So goal setting is very, very important. And for goal setting, we use this acronym SMART. So we did one for communication skills in this particular chapter. We are now working on the goal setting. Again, this also you've done in 9th, 10th if you were part of that team. So whenever you are trying to make a goal for yourself, it's very important that it is a specific goal. I will study well. I will study more. ये more or less and well and ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. It has to be specific. कि क्या? It should be measurable. 1 घंटा, 2 घंटा. I want to achieve production of 100 units. It should be measurable. Keeping it low, high, अच्छा बुरा उस तरीके से वो कभी भी अचीव नहीं होता. Measurable होना चाहिए हमेशा. Of course achievable. At times we try to keep our targets too much. अब पता है, like if I say कि आज मैं रात को आके I'll do my this work, I know I'm going to come back at 10 o'clock at night and I will not have any energy. Even if I may have energy, I will not have the intention to do it. So it should be something which you have to keep your strengths and weaknesses in mind and accordingly decide. Achievable होना चाहिए. Unachievable goals भी नहीं रखना चाहिए इंसान. Realistic, of course, something which is feasible. Realistic, of course, that is very, very important. And time bound. टाइम बाउंड मीन्स यू शुड नो कि मुझे आज 1 घंटे में क्या करना. देन ओनली आपको 24 घंटे का प्लान पता चलेगा ना. आपने सीधा 24 घंटे का या 2 महीने का टारगेट रखा तो आपको लगेगा हो ही जाएगा, 2 महीने का टाइम है. बट इफ यू हैव स्मॉल गोल्स, स्मॉल टाइम बाउंड गोल्स, दैट इज द बेस्ट वे टू अचीव. And that's only possible when you manage your time well, right? Managing time is organizing, prioritizing, controlling, and tracking. If we do this perfectly, we are on track in life. Okay, I know my strengths and weaknesses. I know my interests and abilities. I'm motivated. I maintain my hygiene well. I am groomed as per situations in life. I have a goal decided. I am doing an effective time management. Then I know that I will achieve success, and there's nobody in this world who can stop you from achieving success. There might be hindrances. There might be that you have more hindrances than your friend. वो एक बार कोशिश करता है, एक रात पढ़ता है, उसका रिजल्ट आ जाता है. आपको 4 रात पढ़ना पड़ता है to get the same result. But that's okay. ठीक है? So organizing on daily basis, planning on daily basis, prioritizing your work, which is very important. जो आप प्लान करने के बाद ही डिसाइड कर सकते हो. How do you prioritize it? कंट्रोल योर एक्टिविटीज. आप टीवी चला दिया तो 5 मिनट 10 मिनट में खाना हो जाता. अभी हम 1 1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा कुछ ऐसा चला दिया कि हम देखते ही रह गए और वो पूरा 2 घंटा चला गया. एंड इट्स नॉट ओनली दैट इट हैपेंड टुडे, इट इज हैपनिंग एवरी डे, राइट? एंड ऑफ कोर्स व्हेन यू ट्रैक इट ऑन डेली बेसिस, आज का क्या टारगेट था, व्हाट इज द डिले, देन ओनली यू विल अचीव इट. ठीक है? So I've got very less time. I don't want to continue any further as the next 40 minutes. These are the things which is part of your self-management skills, knowing things better about yourself and achieving the success which you want to. Every aspect of that has been discussed in this particular part. Okay? Is it fine? Still there with me? Give me a thumbs up. Let me see that. Okay, Vani is still alive. Swarat is there. Good. Ahana, Shaurya. Ahana is also there. Very good.